Hi class, this is Jennifer Miller and this is a ShopLook tutorial video to walk you through this online application, which is one of the optional tools that you can use to create a digital flat lay image for your week 4 discussion board post. Now ShopLook is a free online application. There is no charge, but they do require a user account, so you'll need to sign in with a name and password to begin. First, you want to go to the upper right hand corner and choose the hanger to create a new outfit. This is going to open up your canvas, which is this white area to the left, and that is what we're going to be using to compile our flat lay image. Now by default, it seems that the app opens up women's clothing options and accessories. I'll show you how to get to the other men's section in just a minute. But first, let me walk you through the process of creating an image on ShopLook. So let's say that I'm going to start off by going to tops. If I click on tops, it's going to start continually loading options that I can browse through. Now by default, this has opened up to blouse. If you look at the category drop down, you'll see that I can sort by other options such as t-shirts or tank tops. You can also sort by color, brand, and even by seller. So I'm going to go to color and go to black. I'm going to be looking for a black top that is free of any logos or any copyright concerns here. So I'm just kind of scrolling through here until I see something that I like. Here's kind of a solid black t-shirt. So this will work for me. You can use this tool to resize the image, or you can move it anywhere on your canvas. Now that I have a top, I'm going to go back to select a new category, and let's say my intended character is going to be wearing jeans. So I'm going to find a pair of jeans and drag those over. Now the good thing about this application is all of your images are already set up basically as PNGs with transparent backgrounds, which means it looks very good layering these images, and it's easy to do as well. Now let's say I wanted to put the shirt on top of the pants, then you can move it forward using that tool there, okay? So you guys can kind of piece together these images however you see fit and resize them. There you go. All right, now I need shoes. Let's go back to my shoe category. Again, you can sort by different styles up here. I'm just looking for something that has no copyright concerns or violations. Okay, that works. I'm going to add this in here. Now you'll notice that shoes and accessories, they don't have to be true to scale. They don't have to look like they size up correctly. A lot of times shoes will be sized larger so that we can see the detail, but it's totally up to you and how you want to set up your flat lay image. So I'm going to add my shoes on here, and then adding accessories is optional for this activity but not required. But I'm going to add on a little something for this character. Let's say that she's going to be outside in the scene that I have planned for her, and she also is going to be carrying a bag, which is one of like the key props or staples as part of her wardrobe, because let's say she's a student, so she's going to have her laptop bag. Okay. So now that I have my image here, again, you can play around with things and how they're situated and positioned. Now that I have my completed outfit, the first thing I'm going to do is do one more quick pass to make sure I don't see any copyright concerns or any logos. And once I'm good with that, I'm going to click on Publish. And it's going to ask you to name your outfit. You can just name it anything that you want. I'm going to say outfit 1. Once you finish that outfit, it is going to save it. If you go up here to View Design at the top, that's going to show you your completed outfit that you made. Okay, now really quickly, an easy way to save this out is to hover over your image and right click. You can then save that image to downloads. You can download the image that you created. Another option to get an image of what you made is just to do a screenshot, which is Command-Shift-4, and you can just drag and drop that way and it will save a PNG as well. So two different options to download the image, and then you can use that image to embed it in our discussion board this week. Now, you need the citation information. I want you guys to be more specific than just saying that the images came from ShopLook website, because ShopLook in turn pulls these individual images from other websites. So we want the owner or the source information for each image that you used to create this digital flat lay. It's really easy to do. After we've published our image, go down to Shop This Look, and it's going to have the links and source information for each item that you used. How convenient is that, guys? So all you need to do is copy and paste the website information, and then at the bottom of your text post in the discussion board, just say, you know, jeans, and then mango skinny jeans, mango.com. Just copy and paste the link of where that image was sourced from, and then you can just list out all of those different citations that were used to create this image. If you have any questions about citing your sources, please just give me a heads up, but make sure you cite any images that were not your own original creation. Now, if I go back to create an outfit, I want to show you how to get to the non-women's clothing. I want you to click on images here, and then under there we can see women's fashion, but also men's fashion and kids fashion. So if I click on men's, that's going to load more items from the men's fashion category. Now, I'll be honest, this site is definitely geared toward and leaning towards women's clothing and accessories. There are not as many options for men's clothing as for women, unfortunately, but there are still some options here, and hopefully enough to, you know, create the image that you need. If you need specialty clothing options, in other words, like a uniform or something along the nature, then this is probably not the website for you. You're probably going to have to source out your own images. Kids fashion as well. If you have a talent or a character in mind that is a child, you can look through the kids options for clothing and accessories here. And if you find a part of an outfit, let's say I really want to use these little overall shorts, but I don't like any of the shirts available, then you can go up to Add Image, and that'll just ask you to basically upload an image file from your computer. So in other words, if you find a different image using a Google search tool or another website, you can upload that image and you can add it into your flat lay that you're creating on the site. Okay, that's all, and if you guys have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach me, and I hope you have a great week. Bye!